Hey, my name's Nicholson, and if you're watching this video, you want to know what to do if you have had the recovery loan scheme rejected or declined for your business. Well, keep watching because I have got you covered and I'm going to help you get unstuck with that. Now, very quickly, I'm going to assume something. If you're watching this video, then there's a high chance you're a coach, consultant, entrepreneur, small business owner, or a startup, right? This is the channel for you. I've got so much content on the recovery loan scheme. So before you click away from here, do smash that subscribe button and hit the bell notification. What that's going to do is it's going to let you know all the new content that I've got, particularly around the recovery loan scheme. You're not going to want to miss that because new stuff comes out all the time and you're going to want to know what's working right now. But quickly, I want to talk very briefly, what is the recovery loan scheme? Well, since the pandemic, the government has been helping business owners to get back on their feet. And so last year in 2020, that was done via two different schemes. One was called the Bounce Back Loan Scheme and one was the CBILS Loan Scheme. And so both were excellent at helping entrepreneurs and business owners to keep funded. Now, Bounce Back loans were amazing because they were guaranteed 100% by the government. And so that meant that the banks had very little risk in lending to you, right? And so they were fairly easy to get, between 2 grand and 50 grand. And a lot of people got up to 50 grand in their account within days, without credit checks and all these sorts of things. Then there was another scheme, which is similar to the scheme we're going to talk about today, and that was the CBILS scheme. And so CBILS schemes were more suitable for bigger businesses at the time. They weren't guaranteed at 100%. So there was a little bit more risk to the government there, to the lender, to the bank at that point. And so that meant there was more hoops that you needed to jump through. You needed to have accounts, you needed to prove that your business was viable going forward, that you weren't in liquidation, that you weren't insolvent. There was a lot more that you needed to go through. Now, the government did guarantee some of the money, but not all of that. Now, both those schemes finished at the end of March 2021, and they've been replaced with the recovery loan scheme. And so this new scheme is for loans of between £25,000 and £10 million. And so these are incredible. They're an amazing scheme and everyone should be looking, but you probably had some difficulty if you're watching a video like this. And so my job is to give you some solutions and let's get you unstuck. Now, first off, the most important thing that you need to do before you apply for the recovery loan scheme is be organized, right? I need everything in place in your business. Now, if you've already applied and you've been rejected, don't worry. Just now go back and sort it out, right? So go on Companies House and check, is your annual return in? That was one thing that stopped me getting my bounce back loan initially, right? My annual return wasn't in, and so I needed to go back and get that submitted. Took 5 minutes, took a week before it showed on Companies House. Wasn't a big deal, but we were a week or so late with it. It just come round at that point. And so check your annual returns in. Then make sure your accounts are up to date, right? And so any accounts that need submitting to Companies House, they should be in and done, which is important, right? Very important. And those that don't have accounts due, you should still have all of your accounts up to date to the last month, right? So they can take half a year's accounts and see what's going on in your business, because they're not going to just lend you money, right? They want to see what's going on in the business and see the viability of it. And so that's one of the first things that I would do, is make sure all paperwork is up to date before you apply. Don't apply until, or reapply until that's done. Now, if you've been rejected and you've got all of that in place, you are able to apply with other banks. Same with the other schemes. And so one bank might reject you, another might say yes, right? I actually, with the bounce back loan scheme, I've got properties with HSBC. I've got all my personal banking with HSBC. I got rejected by HSBC 4 times, and then I went with Metro Bank and went through in 5 minutes. right? And so that's important to know. Not all banks are the same here. And so that is a real key thing here, that you go around all of the lenders, try different lenders. Now, ones that were particularly good in the bounce back loan were Metro Bank and Starling Bank. They're not lending at the moment, but they will join this scheme. So do go and look at those two banks and see if they've started to lend that money, because if they have, I would be going there. And so looking at other banks is your second choice here. That's important, right? But make sure, like with tip number 1, that everything's in place first. Paperwork and all of that sort of stuff. Now, another good thing with these loans is that your business doesn't have to be profitable to get one. It doesn't have to be profitable, because there's very few businesses during these times that are profitable at the moment, right? Not everyone can be profitable, and it's not all your fault. And some of you just haven't been able to be open. So bounce back loans were to keep you alive. Recovery loans are to get you back on your feet. And so you should be looking at investing it in marketing and growing the business, not on things like new laptops and stuff like that. It should be for business growth and getting your business back to where it needs to be. Now, what else could you do? Other things that you could do is, this is a government-backed scheme. And so this, with the bounce back loan scheme, worked very, very well for a number of people that I know. And so if you get declined or rejected by a bank for a recovery loan, put a formal complaint into them. Formally complain, call them up, ask them what the process is to formally complain to them. Don't just say to somebody on the phone that I'm angry. It needs to be a formal complaint with the bank, so there is a trail, right? That's important. You're not just going to moan to someone on the phone. You must officially complain. So you put an official complaint in with the bank, and so somebody more senior can look at that. Because what happens is, sometimes the person that's made the rejection has just got too many applications on their plate, and so it's faster for them to reject people because they can get through their day's work, right? And that could be just a little bit of luck, bad luck. And then when you've got a formal complaint in, go and contact your MP, your local member of parliament. And so if you don't know who that is, you can Google, who is my local member of parliament? Now, because this is a government scheme, this has worked, right? This isn't just a guess. This has worked really well in the last 2 schemes. You contact your MP and you say, look, I have a business that is viable. I have a business that needs support. I'm not getting the funding that I need. This is my formal complaint. Please, can you help me follow it up? They can contact the bank on your behalf, and they can get real people that are really senior to look at this stuff and often get it overturned. And I've heard of at least 10 people that I know personally that did that, right? That did that using that MP strategy, right? So that's really, really important. Now, another thing that is going to happen is a lot of these banks are going to get overwhelmed, and not everybody is lending at the moment. Maybe your bank isn't lending. At the time of recording this, Metro Bank aren't lending. They will be, but they're not at the moment, right? And so maybe your bank isn't lending. And so other people are going to jump onto the banks that are lending. They're going to get overwhelmed because you need to get a bank account with those people. And so that means that it's just going to be a slower process. So I would suggest opening an account so you have a relationship with as many of the lenders as you can. If you don't need them in the future, you can shut them, right? That doesn't matter. But you should open an account with all of the places, because some of them will get you an account in a couple of days. Some of them will take weeks. Some of them will take months. With HSBC, with the bounce back loan, they took 4 or 5 months to open some people's accounts. Right? Some people got lost in the paperwork. And so by applying to all of the lenders, that's going to give you options. Then you can go to those options once you've got all your paperwork in place, accounts in place, all of this stuff, and you can apply. You can apply with as many banks as you want with the recovery loan scheme, and I recommend that you do. You should be applying to as many options as you can. These are limited by time. At the time of recording this, it's due to expire at the end of December this year, 2021. That might change. It might get extended. However, don't bank on that. Get your process through and get yourself really, really focused on doing that. Now, look, that stuff that I've really learned that's worked with the CBILS scheme and the bounce back loan scheme, and it will work with the recovery loan scheme as well. So look, if you found this useful, give me your help. Please subscribe to this channel and hit the bell notification. Hit the like button, comment below, let me know any questions you've got, introduce yourself. It'd be good to know you. And another thing is I want to give you a free gift, right? What is really going to help you even more is actually the ability to get customers during these uncertain times. And so I've got nothing to sell to you. I want to give you a copy of my new book, Expert Mastery. And in that book, I lay out my business accelerator methodology, how you can take cold leads and turn them into buyers in a matter of days. It's really a detailed process, and I want to give you a free copy of that. So in the description of this video is a link. If you click on the link now, you can go and get a free copy. Now, you're going to pay for the shipping. I'm paying for the book. So I'm giving you the book for free, guys. I'm losing money on this, right? I'm losing money on this, but I know that if I can help you get back on track, I can help you get customers, that possibly some of you in the future will decide to work with me. And so there are selfish reasons for that, of course. So go and grab that book. It's a game changer. Thousands of business owners like you have read that book, and it's helped them. It will help you too. That's it from me. I'm James Nicholson. Stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Go and check out the other content on my channel, and at the end of this video, a video is going to pop up any second now, probably here and here, and that's going to actually detail my business accelerator methodology. And so go and watch the video. It's got 5 steps to getting leads and sales. Go and watch that. That will really help you grow your business. So do that now. I'll see you guys very soon. Stay blessed. Bye for now.